Runners need to challenge three common lies you've been told about strength training. See, these lies are keeping you slow, stuck, and injured. I know this because I used to believe them too. So, lie number one, running alone makes your legs strong enough. That's a lie. See, look, if running built strong, resilient legs, the sport of running would have the lowest injury rates in all sports. But that's not the case. In fact, almost 80% of runners get injured every year. And guess what most of them don't do? Strength training. I've seen this time and time again as a physical therapist, working in the field almost 10 years, and also run coach. Seeing runners come in, they're injured. I ask them, hey, do you do any strength training? Majority of them say no, because they're too busy. They just think that running alone is enough to get strong legs. See, the thing running is endurance, builds up especially your distance running. It's building up endurance, cardiovascular endurance, your aerobic capacity, but it's not building in strength. So running is a repeated sub-maximal load. It's a very light load. It's just meant for, again, traveling long distances, which is all fine and dandy, but it's not enough of the stimulus to actually increase tissue durability, strength, or power, right? So your tendons are not actually going to get fully stronger. There might be some changes to the bone, of course, to make you adapted for running, but it's not going to, actually get you strong enough to prevent injury, especially if you have imbalances. So if you're skipping the gym thinking you don't need it, you're setting yourself up for breakdown, not breakthrough. And also you're putting performance gains on the table as well, right? Because if you're trying to get faster, one of the best ways to get faster is just making sure that your legs are strong enough to handle the increased speed or the distance you're trying to run. You're trying to run faster for longer. Strength training is one of the easiest things you could incorporate in your training schedule to actually do that. Line number two, I just do YouTube workouts or random HIIT classes. I go to these group boot camp classes and things. And listen, I used to be a personal trainer as well. I understand that they could be fun and entertaining, but these types of group strength classes that they call them, the boot camp classes, they're actually, yes, they can help you sweat, random burpees and circuits, but they're not true strength training. They're just cardio in disguise. You're actually doing a type of cardio metabolic conditioning, which is a different type of cardio workout. It could be a form of cross training, of course, to help you boost your energy and stuff, but it's not actually true strength training, right? You're not training the actual movement patterns. You're just chasing fatigue. You're just, again, this is more for a cardio benefit when you do these random HIIT classes or YouTube workouts. And fatigue doesn't actually make you faster or prevent injury risks. It just makes you tired. Again, if you're trying to lose weight, that might be a different story. But if you're actually trying to do strength training to actually do proper optimal loading or mechanical loading, progression and recovery is key when you're doing strength training to actually build up muscles that will actually help you prevent injury and lower and improve your running speed as well, right? Because again, when you're doing these random, YouTube workouts, that's not the type of strength training that's actually going to help you. That's more cardio. So real strength training, right? It's not about just randomly jumping around, going to different circuits and doing random exercises for 30 to 45 minutes with a band and some light weights, right? And calling it strength training, right? That's just, again, that's actually cardio training or cross training. Again, different benefits, but it's not the key benefit. If you're trying to do strength training to actually prevent injuries, actually get stronger, you have to take the muscle to a point of muscular fatigue in the right way, that you're actually loading the tissues up in the right movement patterns, not just random exercise that may or may not even apply to runners, right? So you may be doing all these random workouts and then like your running's not actually getting better. Sure, you might lose a few pounds and sweat a bit, but if you're actually trying to get stronger, you need proper regimented or structured strength training for runners, especially distance runner. If you're trying to, run the distance, and I consider distance running anything that's over a mile and a half. You're looking at the 2, 3, especially 5K and beyond. Definitely distance running. Right. Sprinting is a different story, and there's obviously different workouts for sprinters. Line number 3: light weights and high reps are safer for runners. This one's dangerous because it feels smart. You think, oh, running is an endurance, sport. Running's an endurance sport, and you should just do light weights. You just to do high repetitions because you got to build your endurance up. This is a common belief that a lot of runners make. They think they just have to build their endurance up. But the reality is that although doing these high repetition workouts, you kind of get tired and exhaust your muscles, but they don't actually stimulate the strength adaptations, right? Again, they're kind of going back to the second lie with the workout classes where you're just kind of fatiguing it, more of a cardio benefit. Here's the truth. If the load isn't heavy enough to demand tissue change, it's just burning calories, not building strength. You need resistance that challenges your neuromuscular system not just makes you sweat. You actually have to take a weight that makes you fatigue it in a way that's heavy loading, because you typically you want to train with a weight that's like 8 to 12 repetition maximum, maybe 15 rep max. But if you're doing 25 plus reps of a single workout, that specific exercise or workout is either too easy or the weight you're using is too light. You're gonna have to make it heavier, right? So let's take squats as a common example. Many times runners will do light weights of air squats with their 5-pound dumbbells and do like 30 air squats with or 30 squats with 5-pound dumbbells. However, that's one, you're doing really high, you're doing high reps, and the weight is so light you're not even tired. Most people can crank out like 50 air squats or 50 squats with 5-pound dumbbells. What you need to do is make the load heavier. So you may have to switch from dumbbell to barbell, or just get heavier dumbbells. Maybe you grab the 50-pound dumbbells versus the 5-pound dumbbells. Obviously, referee reason, you want to have good form and technique, but the weight should be heavy enough that you're actually hitting muscle fatigue by that 12th rep. You can't even do another one. And if you do it this way, you can just do a single set to muscle fatigue or muscle failure, and that will be enough to actually fully exhaust the muscle and get you stronger. Instead of just burning calories because you think you need to do light reps and light weights and high repetitions, right? You think you have to do hundreds and hundreds of squats when you could just go 12 repetition maximum with either the front squat, back squat, split squat, but a weight or a load that actually fully exhausts you, get the tissues full adapted under the demand of the weight, and then that's actually going to carry over to getting you stronger, improve your running economy, so you'll be more efficient when you hit the road or the track or the trails. So here's what I've learned working with runners of all levels, from injured runners to Boston qualifiers. If you want to run faster and stay injury-free, you need strength training that's actually built for runners. And it doesn't happen by guessing, it happens by design, right? You need a structured plan. You also need to stay consistent. You can't just randomly do a few strength workouts and then just disappear for a few months and thinking, oh, I did strength workout last month, but this month I'm just going to take it easy. No, you got to be consistent. That means at least 2 times a week or even 3 times a week of strength training on a consistent basis, week by week. Yes, you may have a week now and then where you deload or you taper off, you take it a little easy, or maybe you go off on vacation, but it shouldn't be where you're taking whole months off from strength training. No, strength training is a year-round thing that you should pursue. You may have different styles of strength or different blocks of training blocks to accommodate your race calendar, right? Whether you're training for a marathon, you want to taper around race week, that's fine. But as a general rule, you want to keep your body strong and mobile year-round. So if you're done wasting time with random workouts and you're ready to build real runner-specific strength, check out my free training. I'm going to drop the link here below, and I'll show you how to structure a smart, powerful training plan that's holistic in nature and doesn't take away from your run training. So train smarter, build strength that actually matters, and run the way you know you're capable of.